What's up guys, today I'll be talking about the best raid setups for the new raid in Warmind called the Spire of Stars, and I'll break down every encounter and what you should be using. So, in the first encounter, basically there's going to be 4 people on the plate and 2 floaters. I'm going to be one of the floaters and showing off that because that's the job that kills the most ads. I would recommend that the 2 floaters are both playing Voidwalker and Devour bottom tree. Then also use one of the Rampage primaries. I use Huckleberry. I like the FWC Scout because it has Rampage also, then also the EP Shotgun. If you don't have that, you can use any shotgun, including like the Perfect Paradox or the Raid Shotgun or anything like that. If you don't personally like the Huckleberry, you can also use Midnight Coup or Origin Story. Both have Rampage and both work very well also. And if you don't have the FWC Scout, you can use something like the Mainanan SR4, the Gunsmith, or even the Val Ca from the Gunsmith. Then, if you're not using the Huckleberry and you don't have the EP Shotgun or the Perfect Paradox or something like that, you can also then run the Coil because you don't have your exotic slot taken already. And the Coil is also a very good option. It does what the shotguns do very well also, which is killing the majors that come out of these doors. And for armor, on Warlock I use Lunafaction Boots, just for the fact that I don't have to change throughout the raid. I don't actually use the Rift in this first part, but you actually could use the Rift, especially if you're not using something like the Huckleberry, where it reloads for you. So basically I'm just going to keep chaining the kills with the Huckleberry or my Rampage primary on all the low tier ads, and also proc Devour, and keep that procced at all times. That's basically the rotation you want to do if you're one of the floaters. And if you're on the plate, you're going to do roughly the same thing, but whenever you have the ball, obviously you're on your plate, and then you're throwing it, but once you throw the ball, you're going to be using the scout rifle or the auto rifle in your energy slot to be killing ads also, and maybe helping with the majors here and there also. But the main job of the floaters is killing all the ads, and the people on the 4 plates are just to focus on the plates. And as you saw there, that was the use of the shotgun whenever the majors come out. There is that major that comes out every once in a while, then there's also major gladiators that come out. But basically it's just a balance of using, your Rampage weapons to kill the low tier ads, using your power weapon to kill the majors that come out the door. But anyways, that's my favorite loadout for that first counter. Going into the second one, you're going to change up your loadout and mostly stick on it for the rest of the raid. The most important part is the Wardcliff Coil. This gun is by far the best weapon on the boss, and it's a must for the next 2 encounters. Now that I can't use the Huckleberry anymore, I'm going to go with the Midnight Coup and also the FWC Scout. Once again, if you don't like the Midnight Coup or don't have it, you can use something like the Origin Story or Better Devils. And if you don't have the FWC Scout, you can use Mainanan or the Val Ca once again. But those 2 are the ones I personally prefer, but you definitely want either the hand cannon and the scout as the combo with the Wardcliff Coil. And once again, I'm on the same armor, but more importantly this, I'm going to point out these raid gauntlets. If you have the raid gauntlets from any of the 3 raids, they have a perk that while in the Leviathan raid, your melee kills have a chance to drop power boxes from enemies on melee kill. So once again, I'm being the floater in the next 2 encounters just to show off the most ad clearing possible. And what I'm doing is on the left side, I'm just floating around, killing the ads, meleeing them for power ammo so I can get full power for the boss. Then, whenever I'm needed, I'm going to jump on a plate for them, but my main role is just to float and kill things, and make sure no one else is dying, and make sure they can focus on their jobs correctly while I'm killing the ads. But just like before, you're going to want to use your 2 Rampage weapons to take advantage of the 65% more damage to kill the ads, then also be meleeing Scions whenever you can, then also coiling the majors. As you see, I already have more than plenty ammo on the ground for the next encounter. Whenever I am being the floater, every once in a while I will have to jump on a plate for someone, so as you see there, I had to go to the middle, help them activate the plate, then once that's over, I go back to the left side. Now, if you're one of the plate people, you're going to be doing mostly the same thing I'm doing, but whenever you're standing on the plate, you're going to be using your scout rifle and killing all the ads in the middle, and also looking at your side every once in a while, but the main thing is to kill the middle ads with your scout rifle. And that's why running the scout is very good in this encounter. Do not be afraid to use your coil on the majors, because they're going to drop a brick and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade, so you are allowed to use coil in this encounter to clear the majors, because you will have 5 going into the boss fight. That's not a worry. As you see here, the rotation ended up that I had to be on the plate, so I went ahead and took advantage of my scout rifle to kill the middle ads while standing still. That's why I like the scout. Now finally going into the final encounter, which is the boss fight, I'm going to use mostly the exact same setup. Once again, a Rampage primary, either Midnight Coup or Origin Story. I used FWC Scout or Mainanan or Val Ca. If you have one of those. Then the coil is the must. You must have coil, and that's the reason we ran it in the previous section, is to get ammo for this encounter. And now the Lunafaction boots are actually useful, and now if you're not using them in the first and 2 encounters, you need 2 warlocks with the Lunafaction boots to make this strategy work fully. And also another thing that you need is a Melting Point Sunbreaker Titan. And as you see, we're just sitting here with our Rampage primaries, clearing all the low tier ads. Then once the major comes out, you want to coil them, get your ammo brick back, 1-for-1 trade, then continue to Rampage, kill all the low tier ads. And as you see, as you get Rampage ×3 with the Midnight Coup, it one-shots all the legionaries, which is very, very nice. That's basically it for this encounter. Ad clear wise, most of the things are similar to the previous section, where you're going to coil the majors that spawn. Since I'm a floater, I don't have a plate for myself, so that's why I didn't shoot, but as you saw right there, my buddy coiled that major that comes out of the meatball, that we call it. And basically the entire time as a floater, I'm just on the left side clearing all the ads. Then if you're on the plates, you're going to be doing the same thing, but using your scout rifle and mainly killing the middle ads. Then whenever it's needed, you'll look at your side, but if you're on a plate, mainly focus the middle ads. So once he finally raises his hand, we're going to split off into 2 teams of 3 and put down a rift on 2 different of these like little boxes and shoot coil at him, while the Titan melting points him right as he breaks. And the coil will kill him in 5 shots from everyone. It's actually insane. It's very easy. As you see, he's already dead. It's a must-do strategy. It's the easiest way to kill him in the entire game. Then after that, you're going to go ahead and pick up your ball and throw it instantly. You're going to have to call out which ball is yours. And by the time you throw all 6, he should be dead. But if not, throw grenades at him, throw supers, do anything you got, primary him until he's dead. But as long as you throw most of the balls, you will die. Anyways, that's going to be it for the video. Thanks for watching.